Hi, everybody, and welcome to Mic Drop Monday with Elisa, LaShell, the Empowerment Specialist. What I'm going to do is give everybody an opportunity to get their notifications and come on and join me live for another amazing episode of Mic Drop Monday. I'm so excited to see you guys as you come on. Make sure that you say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm excited to kick off this week with you guys. Tonight is going to be off the chain, so I hope you guys are ready for this Mic Drop Monday. We getting ready to take it up a notch. We getting ready to go to the next level. So let me give everybody an opportunity to come on and join. As you guys come on, make sure you say hello. I hope you guys are having an amazing week. I'm too excited to share with you guys tonight. So if you can think of somebody that should be on here and you're saying, listen, it's time for us to level up, I need you to do me a favor and get them on tonight. We are leveling up tonight, so get them on. Hey, Felicia, get everybody on. I am going to stop and share with just a few pages that I have, just to make sure that we have everybody on and watching. Hey, Nikki. And so you guys do the same for me. Make sure that you guys are sharing. Moultrie's in the house. And so just share because we are getting ready to go to the next level. Hey, Tina. Hey, Verena. Hey, Toya. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys that are tagging your friends. Listen, we're getting ready to upgrade. I'm going to show you exactly the process for upgrading. Cheryl says Texas is in the house. Hey, Texas. Hey, Jaleel. So you guys go ahead as I'm doing and start sharing this, because listen, we want our whole team to win, and it's time for us all to level up. Hey, Julie, Texas is in the house. And so listen, if you have friends and you want them to level up, co-workers, just people that you love, hey, Nima, hey, Arzella, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania is in the house. Hey, Jen, then listen, get them on tag. I appreciate you guys for sharing. It's time for us to level up, and so I'm telling everybody, come level up with us tonight. And you guys do the same tonight. This is what we're doing. We are leveling up, and I don't want anybody to miss it. So I'm sharing with my people. I am sharing, and I want you guys to do the same. Thank you guys so much. I'm ready. Tanya is watching from Savannah, is in the house. The DMV is in the house. I'm just too excited. Hey, Lisa, for all of you guys that are sharing. I have one more group that I'm going to share it with as well. If you guys have a group and you're saying, listen, I want our whole group to win, we all need to level up. Hey, Fave, then get them on and tell them, listen, come on, we leveling up tonight. And so thank you guys. Hey, Natasha. Hey, Demetria. My granny is in the house. Let them know that we are leveling up tonight, and I want everybody to level up with us. And so that's what I'm telling everybody. We're leveling up tonight, and so you get your people on and let them join. As you see new people come on, make sure that you guys welcome them and get them on. Thank you all so much for sharing. We're leveling up tonight. I really want us to have this conversation about this upgrade. I believe that it is going to help your life go to the next level. I believe that it is going to help you. Fort Bragg is in the house. Hey, Thetis. I believe it's going to help you level up in every area, upgrade in every area, your personal life, professionally, spiritually, emotionally. Hey, Carolyn, leveling up. This is what we're dealing with, the upgrade. And so I want you guys, we don't want to stay on the same level. Hey, Maria, we don't want to stay the same. We want to go to the next level. And so again, I want everybody to win. So as you guys can think of people, my Uncle Bobo's in the house, hey, that need to level up, just hit the share button. Hey, Carolyn, hit the share button, invite your people on. Hey, Carla, because tonight we are leveling up. I'm guaranteeing you're going to want to watch. You're going to want your people. Virginia's in the house. Hey, you're going to want your folks on. If you can think of somebody and you're saying, listen, we're all going up together, get them on tonight live. If you're watching the replay, hello and welcome. This is Mic Drop Monday with Elisa, LaShell, the Empowerment Specialist. You guys know that Mic Drop Monday is about help, hope, and healing. But now y'all also know that my motto is that you can't fix what you won't face. And so tonight what we're fixing is this idea of upgrading. We're fixing this masquerade of mediocrity. A lot of us, we stay the same. We walk in fear. We don't want to go to the next level. A lot of us are intimidated about the next level. A lot of us have allowed other people to make us intimidated about leveling up. But not so tonight. I'm going to give you the push that you need to take it to the next level. If it's your business, it's time to upgrade it. If it's your finances, it's time to upgrade it. If it's your relationships, it's time to upgrade upgrade it. If you're trying to get to the next level spiritually, it's time to take it up a notch. Tonight, we are turning up the heat in our lives. Tonight, I am going to deal with how to upgrade, how to get to the next level. Listen, hey Jada, I don't want to stay the same. You shouldn't want to stay the same. There's levels to this. Can you type that in the comments? There's levels to this. And so we've got to understand that there are levels to this. Yeah, I'm happy about where I am. Yeah, I'm okay about where I've been. But listen, what about where I'm going? There are levels to this. And I don't want you to be complacent about where you are. I don't want you to be stuck in stagnation. I don't want you to masquerade in mediocrity and feel like you've gone as high as you can go. I want you to know that there are levels to this. And tonight we are leveling up. We're going to the next level. We're hitting the next plateau. We can't get complacent. We can't feel like, well, you know, business is good. Relationships are all right. Your money is okay. No, there are levels to this. And thank you guys for typing that in the comments. There are levels to this. My brother's in the house, Pastor Lawrence Knight, and it's time to level up. See, that's a next level friend that I have. There are levels to this. And so you've got to train that in your mind. You've got to rehearse that in your emotions. You've got to make sure that you understand there are levels to this. You haven't went as far as you can go. You haven't flown as high as you can fly. You haven't hit that next level. There are levels to this. And tonight I am going to encourage you to go to the next level. It is time to upgrade. And I'm going to walk you through the process of upgrading so that you can go to the next level. So that you can go to the next level in your ministry, in your marriage, in your money, in your mindset. Listen, there are levels to this thing. And tonight we're going to the next level. And I'm trying to take y'all with me. I made a decision. Oh yeah, I've already made up my mind that I'm going to the next level. And listen, I don't need to go by myself. There are levels to this. It's time to upgrade. So tell your family, get your friends on. There are levels to this. You need to make sure you need to share it because you need the folks that think they know you to understand that you're getting ready to shift. You're getting ready to go to the next level. You might better just encourage yourself like that and type in the comments, I'm getting ready to shift. Somebody should type that just to encourage your own self. Share it on your page and you might just want to share it and then put in the comments, I'm getting ready to shift. There are levels to this. It's time to upgrade. So you guys already know the rules to Mic Drop Monday. If you're new, listen, this is what we're doing in Mic Drop Monday. Number one, if I drop the mic, if you hear me say something and you say, oh my goodness, that was a mic drop, that hit me, type the microphone emoji, put that in the comments or just type in the comments, mic drop. Let me know that I've dropped the mic. Number two, if you see yourself, go ahead and tell the truth. We are accountability partners and type in 3 words, I see me. And last but not least, if I type something in, I'm going to say, listen, that's a mic drop. If you hear me say something is a mic drop, you might want to type it in the comments just to encourage yourself, just so that when you watch it again or if you look at it, you understand that there are levels to this. I'm getting ready to go to the next level. So get your friends on, get your boo on, get your crew in there because there are levels to this. We're getting ready to upgrade. It's time to shift. I'm going to the next level and I want y'all to go with me. So here we go. We're dealing with it's time to upgrade. That's what we're dealing with tonight. It's time to upgrade. One more time for the people in the back because I need you to rehearse this in your spirit. It's time to upgrade. Now, let me tell you, it's very, very interesting. And man, the Bible says that God can take the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And so there was something very simplistic that happened that really was a mic drop to me in my life. It really literally gave me an aha moment. And I want to share this aha moment with you guys because I believe that once I share this aha moment with you guys, you're going to realize that it's time for you to shift. You're going to realize that it's time for you to upgrade. You're going to realize that there are levels to this. And even though you might be okay on the level you are, you're not going to be complacent on the level. And you're going to say, wait a minute, there are levels to this. I need you to rehearse that in your spirit. There are levels to this. It's time to upgrade. And so here's my inspiration behind this upgrade tonight. And like I said, once I got this epiphany and I got this aha moment, it shifted my life and I've got to share it. So the other day, a couple of weeks ago, I started having issues with my phone, right? So I used to be team Android. Like I was team Android all the way. I love my Android. I mean, I love the Galaxy. I love the Note. I was an Android chick. Like, that's what I liked. And so I finally got convinced to join Team iPhone, right? And, there's this nation worldwide debate about what's better, Team iPhone, Team Android. I like them both. But let me show you this point that I'm getting ready to make with this. That's really, really powerful. I finally went over, my daddy Phil's in the house. Hey, Miss T. I finally went over to Team iPhone, and I realized something when I went over to Team iPhone. Apple does something that is amazing, but at the same time, it's frustrating. They do something that blows your mind and makes you lose your mind at the same time. Can I tell you what Team iPhone and Apple does? And this is the inspiration behind this whole night about it's time to upgrade. One of the things that they are committed to is progression. Man, I'm going somewhere with this tonight. Apple, the Apple company that produces these iPhones that I have, they are committed to progression. I need you to understand that now. They're committed to progression. And because Apple and iPhones are committed to progression, three things are always going to be exemplified in their company, in their products, in their projects, in the ventures that they take. Three things you're going to always see with Apple. You're going to see expansion, you're going to see growth, and you're going to see development. I need y'all to understand. I'm going to shift you guys tonight. We're leveling up. This is upgrade. When I shifted over to Team iPhone, I told you now something happened. It frustrated me, but then at the same time, it amazed me. I noticed that Apple is committed to progression. You'll always see them exemplify three things: growth, expansion, and development. And so what happens is, as soon as you get the latest iPhone, you say, wow, this is the newest iPhone. I got the latest one popping. Next thing you know, you see a commercial. Next thing you know, you see something on your phone and it's saying, wait a minute, there's another one coming out in 6 months. I thought I had the best that there was. No, something that you have to understand about the Apple company and Team iPhone is that Apple is committed to progression. Just when you think they've topped out, just when you think that they've done the best they could do, what they do is they say, no, we're committed to progression. We're going to grow. We're going to expand, and we're going to develop. One of the things they're always doing is they're looking at their product and they're saying, I'm not waiting for anybody else to come out with something new and that's when we'll jump up. No, we're not going to be reactive. Apple says we're going to be proactive. What we're going to do is we're going to consistently look at our products. We're going to see what works well. We're going to see what doesn't work at all. We're going to see what the people like. We're going to see what's not functional. We're going to see what could use some improvement, and we're going to be committed. I told you guys, this is the whole, this is the inspiration behind tonight's upgrade, expansion, development, and growth. This is the inspiration behind it. It was my phone. My phone started acting a fool. And I was telling one of my friends, I said, listen, I think I'm being forced to upgrade. Man, did you hear what I just said? I started having issues with my phone, and I told a friend of mine after my frustration got the best of me. I was tired of dropped calls. I was tired of missing calls. I was tired of my apps not working correctly. I was tired of all of these things that were being glitchy on my phone, and I told one of my friends, I said, friend, I'm being forced to upgrade. Man, I'm here to drop the mic to you tonight on this Mic Drop Monday. Could it be that your life isn't in disarray because you're out of God's will? Could it be that things are not falling apart because you're in the wrong place? It could just be that you're being forced to upgrade. Man, if we were in church, I would tell you to look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, I'm being forced to upgrade. Sometimes you start getting frustrated because your life starts getting glitchy. You start getting frustrated because things aren't working properly. You start getting frustrated because your calls start getting dropped. Your calls stop going through. People you used to be able to connect with, all of a sudden those connections start getting iffy. People that used to call and see about you, see what you're doing, see if you're okay. The calls stop coming through. Apps that used to work, things that you were used to, people that you could count on, situations that you thought would always be there. All of a sudden, stuff start changing, and you realize what's going on with my life. My life feels glitchy. My life feels like it's going to the left. But can I tell you, sometimes it could just simply be that you're being forced to upgrade. Man, can I tell you something? That's right, Nikki. Sometimes God will force you to upgrade. He'll look at you and he'll realize that you're not going to upgrade on your later on. He'll realize that you don't even look and understand that your equipment is defective. Won't even realize that the operating system that you're working on is out of date. And so sometimes you're being forced. I'm trying to help you to upgrade. Sometimes situations and you're saying, why are these people coming against me? Why are these people talking about me? Why did I leave? Why did this job not work out? Why didn't I get that promotion? Why didn't that happen for me? Well, it could be that you had gotten stuck in complacency. It could be that you had gotten to the place where you were masquerading around in mediocrity, where there was levels inside of you, but you were saying, no, that's all right. I'm going to keep it where I have it. Could it be that you got into around people and then you said, well, they're complacent, so I'm just going to say, I'm not going to tap into my greatness. I'm not going to tap into my next level. Well, it could be that your life starts getting glitchy because God is forcing you into an upgrade. Am I helping anybody tonight? You bet. If we were in church, I would tell you to tell your neighbor, y'all, I'm being forced to upgrade. And so the inspiration behind tonight's Mic Drop Monday is my phone. My iPhone started acting a fool, and I had to realize that Team Apple, that the Apple company, the Apple corporation is committed to progression, and that every time they build products, they're sitting and they're walking around and they're thinking, what can I do to improve this product? Y'all not hearing me. Apple is looking at their product and they're saying, what can make this thing run faster? What can make this thing run better? What can free up some space in this thing? And sometimes what happens, we think our life is in disarray. We think that all hell is breaking through in our life, but God is sitting on high and he's saying, what can I do to make that thing run faster? What can I do to help that operating system do what it needs to do? What can I do to get her in the flow? What can I do to get him to shift? And so sometimes he makes our life glitchy because he's forcing us into an upgrade. Man, I'm dropping the mic better than y'all dropping these comments. Sometimes you're being forced into an upgrade. And so, if you don't mind, tonight I want to shift your perspective a little bit. I want to introduce to you that could it be that your life is not in disarray just because you're doing bad? Could it just be that it's not just that everybody's acting a fool? It's just not that everybody's walking away. It's not just that things are not going the right way for you. It could just be that you're being forced to upgrade. And so, with my phone, I wanted my same phone. I'm happy with my phone. However, I started getting frustrated with dropped calls. I started getting frustrated with people on the other end of the line not being able to hear me clearly. Y'all ain't hearing me. I started being frustrated with the fact that some of my apps were not operating correctly. I started getting frustrated with things that were lagging on my phone. They weren't being as efficient as they could be. I started getting frustrating with my operating system. Y'all better hear me. Sometimes there are those of you, some of you guys that are even watching tonight, and you're in a place of frustration. You're frustrated with yourself. You're frustrated with your friends. You're frustrated with your family. You're frustrated with faith. You're frustrated with your finances, and you're saying, I am tired of the way this is operating. I am aggravated with how life is going for me. What is going on? Well, it could be that finally you make the decision that, you know what, it's time to upgrade. The funny thing about upgrading is that Apple is not going to, they'll send you a reminder. It is so good. Let me tell you, this thing was an epiphany for me. Apple will send you periodically these emails and they'll just politely remind you, hey, you know, you're eligible for upgrade in a few moments. Hey, you know, we got a new phone coming now. But no, what we'll say is, no, I'm good. I'm good with the phone that I have. No, I'm good with what's going on. But we start realizing as time goes on, our phone starts acting glitchy. Those calls start being dropped. And I'm telling you, I was forced into an upgrade. Now, I wanted to keep my phone. I wanted to keep what I have. But I realized that it was time for an upgrade. And because I wouldn't go willingly, what started happening was my life started getting glitchy. Man, I'm helping somebody tonight. Because I wouldn't upgrade willingly, my life started getting glitchy. Calls started being dropped. People I used to fool with didn't fool with me anymore. Things I used to do didn't work for me anymore. It was time for an upgrade. And so, because I got frustrated, I had to make the decision that I need to upgrade. And so, I decided it's time for an upgrade. Man, I hope this is going to shift you tonight. Now, let me tell you how we do. Because like I said, I'm using the example of my iPhone to show you what happens when it's time for our upgrade. And I'm telling you that Apples are committed. The Apple company is committed to progression. That's why they're always coming out with something new. They're committed to expansion and growth and development. And so I didn't realize that when I moved from Team Android to Team iPhone, that I was going to be dealing with a company that was always improving. Man, that's what happens when I got into the flow. I didn't realize that I was dealing with a company that was always improving. And so I did when my iPhone started acting up. I'm trying to show you guys how to shift. I told you before, there are levels to this. And sometimes we get complacent on the level we are. Sometimes we get comfortable where we are. And it's not until our life starts acting a fool. It's not until our life starts getting glitchy. It's not until our friends start dropping our calls. I'm trying to tell you, my iPhone forced me into an upgrade. And I'm trying to tell you, sometimes your glitchy life is forcing you into an upgrade. So here's what happened. Because I didn't want to upgrade my phone. No, I have my phone set just the way I like it. I got the apps on it that I want. I got my screensaver looking like everything is arranged. I got my folders labeled. Isn't that how we do it our life? Because we have everything set up the way we like it. Even though we see that it's glitchy. Even though that we see there's some malfunction going on. Even though we see that things are not operating properly. But it's familiar. But I set my phone up just the way I like it. And so what I wanted to do was say, well, you know what? I tell you what, my phone is acting a fool. So what I'm going to decide to do, I'm not going to upgrade. What I'll do is I'm going to update my phone. Man, I'm getting ready to drop a mic that's going to shift your life. Listen now. So here I am. I have this iPhone. I realize that Team Apple is committed to progression. My phone starts acting glitchy. They tell me it's time for an upgrade, but no, I'd rather update it. See, what happens is periodically what Apple will do is Apple will send to your phone an update, something called an update. And what that update is going to do, updates, I need y'all to catch this prophetic revelation for somebody. Updates help you do better where you are. Woo, y'all need to hear this. This is going to shift your life. When I had my glitchy iPhone and I realized it was time for an upgrade because my phone was set up the way I liked it, even though it was malfunctioning, I didn't want to fool with an upgrade. So what I decided to do, well, let me go into my settings and see if I can't just update it. But let me drop the mic and tell you, an update is not the same as an upgrade. Man, I'm helping somebody tonight. An update is not the same as an upgrade. An upgrade helps you do better where you are. But upgrades put you on a different level. I just dropped the mic. I don't need that to go over y'all head. So let me say this to you again. I'm talking about my glitchy iPhone. That's the inspiration behind this. And I'm telling you that Apple is committed to progression. My phone started acting glitchy, but because I had gotten my phone to where I was used to it, instead of upgrading, I just wanted to update it. But I'm dropping the mic. An update is not the same as an upgrade. So updates help you do better where you are, but upgrades put you on a different level. One more time for the people in the back. Updates are not the same as upgrades. Updates only help you do better where you are, but upgrades take you to the different level. See, what updates does is an update improves your current system and they help you run smoother. Can I drop another mic for you? Some of us stop at updates when we really need an upgrade. Man, I'm about to throw something. Did you hear what I just said? This is a mic drop for somebody. Some of us, thank you, Joy, some of us stop at updates when we really need an upgrade. What we will do is say, you know what, I'm just going to update my system. And we're not realizing and we're happy. We're saying, oh, my phone is working better. All it needed was an update. No, baby, let me help you. Let me pull the covers and let me get the covers from over your eyes. Updates only help you do better where you already are. All they're saying is, whatever level you're on, I am going to help your system run smoother where you are. That's not going to the next level. Y'all better hear what I'm saying. That's not leveling up. That's not going up. That's not going to another platform. Updates are not the same as upgrades. And so what we'll do is we'll settle for an update when we really need an upgrade. Y'all, I hope I am dropping this mic tonight. Sometimes what we will do is we will settle for an update when we really need an upgrade. And so what we'll do is we'll say, you know what? I'm just going to update it, and we get happy. We get complacent because things in our lives are no longer rocky. Things seem to be leveling out. Things seem to be going just a little bit smoother. And we're not realizing that that update just helped us go get better where we still are. But an update is not the same as an upgrade. See, updates get you by for the moment. Man, I'm going to help you, but it might hurt a little bit. Updates get you by for the moment. Who am I talking to? An update is a quick fix. An update is a quickie. An update is a come up. An update is a hookup. It just helps you get comfortable temporarily. It helps you stay where you are. People realize that you're not happy. People realize that you're you're being complacent. You're saying, wait a minute. Well, what they'll do is they'll drop you some breadcrumbs. I don't need you trying to go to the next level. So let me do something to pacify you where you are. Let me give you a little pat on the head. Let me show you a little attention. Let me give you a couple of dollars. Let me do something to get you comfortable where you are. But I'm trying to help y'all tonight. An update is not the same as an upgrade. And so many people, because they are intimidated by our capacity to expand, because they are intimidated by our capacity to go to the next level, what they will try to do is they will try to give us an update to keep us from upgrading. Man, I'm helping somebody tonight. I hope that I am pulling the scales from over your eyes. They'll pacify you to keep you happy where you are, because they realize that there are levels to this. They realize that you're not where you could be. They realize that there's something greater on the inside of you. But because they are intimidated by your success, because they are intimidated by your talents, because they are intimidated by your capacity to grow, to expand, to level up, what they will attempt to do is to pacify you with the update. Girl, let me buy you a new dress. Let me take you out to eat. You know what? Let me give you a couple of dollars. Let me do something. Let me help you. Let me update you so that you will be pacified, so that you will be complacent. I don't want you upgrading. Because if you upgrade, you might let me go. I don't want you upgraded, because if you upgrade, you might say, I'm done with this group. I don't need you upgrading, because if you upgrade, you might leave this mess, this foolishness that I'm shooting to you. You might really look and say, I don't need this. And so what people will do when they are intimidated by our capacity, when they are intimidated by our talent, when they are intimidated by our progression or our propensity to progress, what they will do is, instead of upgrading us, they'll just update us. But I'm here to tell you, I'm telling you, this is what happened with my cell phone. An update is not the same as an upgrade. Updates just help you run smoother where you are, but upgrades take you to the next level. You better tell yourself, I am ready for an upgrade. Oh yeah, it's time to upgrade it. And so don't allow people to update you just to keep you stagnant. I'm telling you, if we were in church, I would tell you to look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, it's a trick. It's a trick. These updates, they help you stay complacent where you are, but they're not the same as an upgrade. They give you temporary fixes, but they don't upgrade you. And so here's the problem. The problem with updates is pretty soon your phone is still going to malfunction. Let me tell you something. You can get a quickie all day. You can get a hookup all day. You can get a quick fix, something to pacify you for the moment. But eventually your phone is still going to malfunction, because an update is not the same as an upgrade. And so what happens is your phone will begin to malfunction, and ultimately it will end up in dysfunction. Man, that was a mic drop if I ever heard one. Did you hear what I said? Because that's what happened to my phone. If you settle for an update instead of going for an upgrade, what will happen is your phone will begin to malfunction until soon it's dysfunctional. I gotta say it again for the people in the back. If you settle for an update instead of going for that upgrade, your phone will begin to malfunction until that malfunction turns into a dysfunction. Stop patching up your life with temporary quick fixes. Stop patching up relationships with sex. Stop pacifying things with drinking and drugs and pornography. Quick fixes fixes. Your life is malfunctioning. Your life is going to go into dysfunction because you're settling for temporary fixes, quick fixes, schemed, things that will get you by for the moment. And so you're settling for an update when you really need an upgrade. So you better tell yourself, I need an upgrade. It's time to upgrade. And so this is the revelation. I hope I'm helping y'all tonight. We're getting ready to shift even to the next level because there are levels to this, and I need you to understand that it is time for an upgrade. I told you that I was forced. I'm being forced into an upgrade. I didn't want to upgrade my phone. I didn't want to get something new. I didn't want to start back over. I was happy. Like I said, my apps were in the right folders. I had everybody's name. I had everybody's profile picture synced in. I had the ringtone. I had the screen, everything like I wanted it. I had everything that I needed except my phone started being glitchy, and I realized that the update was not enough. Man, are y'all hearing me tonight? Sometimes you've got to realize that an update is not enough. A lot of the times we'll settle for updates. We'll change different things. We'll adjust little things. We'll modify different things. And our life still is glitchy. Our life is still malfunctioning. And we don't realize it's because it's time for an upgrade. And so I'm going to give you the levels, the process of an upgrade. And I promise you guys, if you will take heed to the process of an upgrade, it is going to help you shift your life, shift your faith, shift your finances, shift your family, shift your future. It's time for an upgrade. I'm telling you, there are levels to this. And now when I give you this epiphany, it shifted my life. It gave me an aha moment. And so I'm going to drop this mic on you tonight. There's a process to an upgrade. Kawambi D, my friend, is in the house. It is her birthday. Let me pause and say happy birthday, beautiful. I love you. And so let me get back to this. There's a process to the upgrade. A lot of the times you think we can just jump up and say, well, it's time for me to upgrade, baby. Let's upgrade. I'm ready. No, there's a process to the upgrade. Somebody needs to type that in the comments because I'm getting ready to give y'all the process that's going to take your life to the next level. There's a process to the upgrade. So I told you, I went over to Team iPhone. I love it, but I didn't realize that Apple is committed to progression. And so Apple iPhones, Apple, everything that Apple makes is always going to be exemplifying expansion and growth and progression. And so my phone started acting glitchy. I didn't want to upgrade it. I decided just to update it. But I told you that an update is not the same as an upgrade. Stop letting people pacify you because they don't want you to go to the next level. Stop letting people pacify you because they don't want to see you great. Stop letting them give you a pat on the shoulder and tell you, keep it right there. Just stay like this. This is what we used to. This is what we like. No, there are levels to this. Don't pacify yourself with the update when it's time for an upgrade. So here are the levels that you have to go through when you decide you're ready for an upgrade. Number one, the first thing that you have to do in order to get an upgrade is ask yourself, are you eligible? Man, this is about to shift your whole life. First question, I hope, are y'all hitting the share button? Because there's somebody that needs to watch this, even if they watch the replay. There's somebody that needs to know what is the key to upgrading. How do I shift my life? How do I get to the next level? Well, number one, you have to ask yourself a question. Am I eligible? Some of us don't realize that there are eligibility requirements to get an upgrade. Sometimes it's not your time yet. Hey, Xavier, it's not your time yet. There are a lot of times we're sitting by the wayside and we're frustrated and we're aggravated because we want our life to upgrade. We want things to upgrade. Well, the first thing you got to make sure is, are you eligible? See, the problem is we want eligibility, but we haven't met the requirements. Listen, I almost threw my phone. That's a mic drop. Did you hear what I said? We want eligibility when we haven't even met the requirements. I need to say that one more time for the people in the back. We want eligibility for upgrade when we haven't even met the requirements. Listen, there's a process to upgrade. Are you eligible? Is it your time? Because when you get a phone, they look at from the date you got the phone, there's a time frame that they're looking to see if you're eligible for your upgrade. Did you make your payments on time? Do you have a past due account? How many people are on your phone, on your service with you? Are you eligible for an upgrade? A lot of people are being frustrated and getting an attitude because your life hasn't upgraded. But the first thing, hey Deborah, you need to ask yourself is, am I eligible? Do I meet the requirements of an upgrade? Is it my time? See, sometimes we can jump out there before your time. Man, have you ever tried to go get an upgrade on your phone and you got there and they said, oh, it's not time? You remember back in the day before they had this anytime upgrade, they had to say, wait a minute, this is not the right month for you. No. You're not eligible. Your upgrade isn't due until next month. No, you have 3 more months before you can be eligible. Some of you all think that God is doing you dirty because you're saying, why hasn't my life upgraded? Well, it could simply be that it's just not your time. Are you eligible? Did you meet the requirements of upgrade? Man, I'm helping y'all tonight. We want eligibility, but we haven't met the requirements. Number 2, the process of an upgrade. Number 2, is a deposit required? Is a deposit required? If you've ever went to upgrade your phone, one of the things that they have to do is they have to check your credit. See, this is a process. See, upgrading is a process. We want the upgrade, but we don't realize there's a process behind it. The second thing we have to ask ourselves is there a deposit required? Because if your credit isn't good, then you need to put down a deposit. Man, I almost ran. Listen, did you hear what I said? If your credit isn't good, that means you need to put down a deposit. See, listen, when your credit isn't good, I'm helping somebody tonight. I said we want an upgrade, but we don't realize that there is a process to the upgrade. So when you go to upgrade your phone, number one, the first thing you need to find out is, are you even eligible for an upgrade? Is it your time yet? You mad at sister such and such because they life upgraded. You mad at Deacon such and such because his life upgraded. But number 1, are you eligible? Is it your time yet? Number 2, do you require a deposit? Because if your credit isn't good, you might have to put down a deposit. Can I tell you something? When your credit isn't good, it simply means that you have made some questionable decisions about your priorities. I need to say that again for the people in the back. When your credit isn't good, it simply means that you have made some questionable decisions about your priorities. See, it means that when you should have been paying bills, you were out there trying to buy new clothes. It could mean that instead of paying your debt down, you just kept getting more in debt because you're trying to look good to somebody else. Or you made questionable decisions about your priorities. Your priorities were not in the right place. And so when you go to get your upgrade, they ask you, number 1, let me see if you're eligible. But number 2, do you require a deposit? Because it could be that you were not a good steward over what you had. Man, somebody said, ouch. I'm trying to tell you. So you have to say, wait a minute. You weren't a good steward over what you had. You didn't pay your bills on time. You didn't take care of things that you were supposed to. So it's not that you can't upgrade. The problem is it requires that you need to put down a deposit. Who am I helping tonight? I'm trying to help us level up. I'm trying to help us go to the next level. But I need you to understand that upgrades have requirements. There's a process. Number 1, you have to be eligible. But number 2, you might have to put down a deposit. You might have made some questionable investments. You might have did some stuff with your money that you weren't supposed to do. Look around in your life. Maybe you have not upgraded to that new man, to that new relationship, to that new job because you have made some questionable decisions about your priorities. Man, y'all need to put the mic drops or hit those love buttons because I am dropping the mic better than y'all are giving me some props. I'm trying to tell you. And so what happens is because you've made mistakes, because you've messed up, because you've made some questionable decisions about your priorities, they say to you when you go to Sprint or Verizon or wherever you go, they say, wait a minute, it's not that you can't have an upgrade, but because your credit has it's a little iffy, what you're going to do is you're required to make a deposit. That's what happens in our life when we're not good stewards over the things that have been placed in our hands, when we're not good stewards of the people that were placed, of the resources of the opportunities that were placed in our hands. It could be now that you are required to make a deposit. It could be that God is saying, wait a minute, I can't upgrade you until you put something down. Have you been a tither? You want to have an upgrade in your finances, but do you tithe? You want to have an upgrade in your relationship, but have you left your baby daddy alone? And so a lot of the times what happens is we want to upgrade, but we don't realize that there is a deposit that is required. Are you willing to make the deposit? I know so many people that go in to get an upgrade, and when they realize that there's a deposit required, they politely get out of that store and say, never mind, because I don't have the deposit, or I don't want to put that kind of money down. Well, wait a minute. You didn't say that when you were making questionable decisions about your finances, about your family, about your future. And so when we're not good stewards of relationships, when we were not good stewards of our body, when we were not good stewards of our finances, we want to go to the store and we want to request an upgrade. We want to go to God and we want to say, all right, God, I'm ready for an upgrade. Send me that husband. No, you ain't. You need to make the deposit. Give up the lady's husband that you're messing with. No, wait, what? Well, God, you know what? I'm ready for that mansion. Well, no, what I need you to do is start paying your mortgage on time. So that's right, Xavier. Or have you sowed a seed? You want me to upgrade you, but whose life have you sown into? Have you made a deposit? What have you gave up in order to get this overflow, in order to give this increase? You're stingy with your time. You won't help anybody but yourself. You're stingy with your love. You won't love anybody but your children and your family. You stingy with your talents that God has given to you. You won't put it out there for the people to see. You just hold it and you plant it up under a rock. Sometimes your upgrade requires a deposit. Are you willing to make the deposit? Are you willing to give something up so that you can get something greater? Man, that was a mic drop. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Are you willing to give something up so that you can get something greater? Sometimes it's not that God is punishing you. It's not that God has rejected you. It's not that God has washed his hands of you. He's just saying, baby, I checked your credit and you're not even faithful in ministry. I checked your credit and you ain't even doing good by your family. I checked your credit and you don't even treat yourself right. I checked your credit and you ain't even doing good with your finances. I checked your credit and you're not a good steward over the things that I put in your hands. I checked your credit and you still clapping back on Facebook. I checked your credit and you still cussing people out. I checked your credit and you still won't drop those nasty habits. I checked your credit and you're going to be required to make a deposit. I need you to put something down before you can pick something up. Man, my skin is on fire. Did you hear what I just said? Y'all need to be hitting this share button because I'm all the way live. I need you. This is what God is saying to some of us. We're wondering why we aren't eligible for upgrade. We're wondering why our life isn't upgraded. God looking at us and saying, no, I need you to put something down before you can pick something up. Oh, no, you're not just going to prance in the store and pick up, deliver, ask for an upgrade. Yeah, I'm going to need this upgrade. I'm going to request it. It's going to get in my hands. No, I need you to put something down before you can pick something up. Listen, the Bible says, and let us therefore lay aside every weight and the sin that so easily besets us. What could be happening is that we can't pick up our upgrade because we haven't laid down the sin. We can't pick up our upgrade because we haven't laid down the weight. What are you holding on to that's keeping you from your upgrade? What is it that you won't let go of that's keeping you from your upgrade? What is it that's anchoring you into stagnation that won't let you upgrade? And you got to let something go. So what I'm trying to tell you is the Lord is saying for some of you, yeah, it's time for your upgrade. Yeah, I want you to level up. Yeah, there is more for you. Yeah, I have greater in store, but I need you to put something down before you can pick something else up. Woo! Did you hear what I just said? I had to pause there a moment. I need you to put something down before you can pick something up. The next step, I know I'm flowing tonight, man. It's upgrade time. There are levels to this. The next step, if you want to upgrade, if you, like I said, when you go to upgrade your phone, I told you, number one, you got to make sure that you're eligible. Number two, some of you may require a deposit. Number three, they give you an option. Thank you, Tina. Make sure you're sharing this broadcast. They give you an option when you get ready to upgrade your phone. They tell you that you either got to pay the phone off and own it, or you got to turn it back in and relinquish ownership. Man, I am flowing tonight. Did you hear what I said? When it's time for you to upgrade, you go to Verizon or you go to Sprint or you go to wherever you got your phone and they tell you, okay, you want to upgrade. Well, here's the next thing you need to do. You have two options. You can either pay this phone off and own it, or you can turn it in and relinquish ownership. Man, some of y'all gonna catch this revelation, so let me say that again for the people in the back. When it's time for you to upgrade, they give you two options. You can either pay the phone up and own it, or you can give the phone back and relinquish ownership. Sometimes the reason why we haven't upgraded, let me go ahead and let you know that before you can upgrade, you have to release what you already have. Man, that's a mic drop. Did you hear what I said? Sometimes before you can get an upgrade, you have to release what you already have. You have to look at what's in your hand. Listen, when Moses was getting ready, when God told Moses to go to Pharaoh, and Moses said, well, wait a minute, I don't have anything. I don't see how I can do this. The first thing God did, he said, look at your hand. What's in your hand? And then he said, now throw it to the ground. Woo! Did you hear what I said? He said, now throw it to the ground. I need you to let go of what you have so that I can give you something greater. And so when you go to your store, when you go to the phone store and you tell them, I'm ready for my upgrade, and they've determined your number one, eligibility. Number two, they've determined whether or not you need to make a deposit. The third thing that they say is, all right, listen, you either need to pay this phone off so you can own it, or you need to give it back and relinquish your ownership. Listen, you can't have your cake and ice cream too. You better hear what I'm telling you. You need to say to something. Sometimes the way to get your upgrade is to give somebody the benediction. That's the release. You say to them, may the Lord watch between you and I while we are absent one from another. Listen, I ain't mad at you. It's just that I got to release you so that I can upgrade. I'm trying to tell y'all tonight, before you can upgrade, you have to release what you already have. A lot of times we don't like getting an upgrade because we got to make a decision. We got to say, listen, either I need to pay this phone all the way off so that I own it, or I need to give it back to the people I got it from and release my ownership. There is no way that you can shift over into an upgrade holding on to what you already have. That was a mic drop. I'm going to say that again. There is no way you can shift over into an upgrade holding on to what you already have. When you go to Verizon or Sprint or wherever you got your phone from, and you tell those people, I want to upgrade, they're going to say, well, listen, what do you want to do? Do you want to pay this phone off so you can own it? Or do you want to give it back and relinquish your ownership? Stop trying to upgrade and hold on to your old life. Stop trying to upgrade and hold on to friends that are outdated, mindsets that are antiquated. In order to upgrade, you have to release what you already have. Make a decision. Am I going to own this little phone and put it down for emergencies, or am I going to give it back? Listen, give that boy back to his mama. Listen, give that girl back to her daddy. Listen, give that stuff back. Sometimes we bite off more than we can chew, and we want God to release the next level to us. We want life to opportunities to open up to us, but what we won't do is we won't let go of what's already in our hand. But you got to let go of what you have to get what you want. Did you hear what I said? Let go of what you have. Listen, that phone is glitchy. The updates didn't work. You need an upgrade. It's time to let go of what you have in order to get what you want. And so we have to give some people in our life the benediction. We have to say, listen, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May he cause his face to shine upon you, and may he give you peace, because we got to get out of the way. Naya, my boo, is in the house. Hey, Naya. And so I'm trying to tell you, some things have served their purpose. Some people, their time has been well spent. Some people have overwhelmed their stay in your life. Listen, I appreciate you, but the truth is, I'm just tolerating your presence because I don't know how to say goodbye. Is that real enough for y'all? Sometimes the truth of the matter is, I'm just going there because I'm afraid to go somewhere different, but this doesn't work for me anymore. This ain't happening for me. This doesn't fit with me anymore. And so sometimes what we need to do is we need to give that stuff back. Listen, I thank you, but let me give that back. Man, sometimes when you look at your life, like an old phone, that phone is glitchy. You ought to be glad to give some of that back. Listen, this is glitchy. This ain't working for me. And so if I need to turn my phone in order to get something back, let me turn that in. Let me give that up. What do I need to give up in order to get what I need? Let me benedict that. Let me write this off, because I don't need this in my life. It's hindering me from my upgrade. That habit is hindering me from my upgrade. That person is hindering me from my upgrade. That relationship is hindering me from my upgrade. Those connections are hindering me from my upgrade. And so let me give that back. Let me let you get that back. Let me get that up off me, because I don't need that. The next thing that happens when you get ready to go to an upgrade, when you want to upgrade, the last part of that process, it's two more parts of that process, you got to enter into a new contract. I'm trying to help y'all. Hey, Kim, you got to enter into a new contract, because when you upgrade, you got to realize that now what you have is more eligible, it's more expensive, it costs more, it's at a different level. And so when you get ready to upgrade, what they do is they tell you, all right, we need to get rid of this contract and we need to enter into a new contract, because when it's time to upgrade, they have to let you know, listen, your insurance is now going to be a little bit higher, your bill is going to be a little higher, your terms of your contract might be a little different because you're upgrading. That phone costs more, that phone does more, that phone holds more. And so before I can upgrade your phone, I need you to understand that you're about to enter into a contract. The old contract is not void. It's void now. It is of none effect anymore. I need you to shift over into a new contract, because when it's time to shift and go into an upgrade, the old contract won't do. Listen, there is no way that you can get a new phone holding on to old insurance. No, when I upgraded my iPhone, they said, well, now listen, your insurance is going to be higher. And I said, well, why? They said, because if you break it, it's going to cost more to fix it. Man, I almost ran. Did you hear what I just said? When I got my new phone, they gave me a new contract and they told me that my insurance was going to go up. And I wanted to know, well, why is my insurance going up? And they said, because if you break something, if something is damaged, if somebody else damages your phone, if somebody steals it, it's going to cost more to replace it. It's going to cost more to fix it. Let me tell you something. When you get to upgrade status, baby, you are more valuable. When you start upgrading your life, listen, it costs a little bit more. People going to have to handle you a little bit different. You won't accept everything because it costs a little bit more. If I break, it costs more to fix it. If something happens, if something is damaged, there's a little bit more that has to go on. There's a little bit more that goes on with me. And so when you go into a new contract and you start realizing, wait a minute, when I upgraded, I became more valuable. When I upgraded, there's more to me. I have more capacity. When I upgraded, I can't be around everything. You ever notice when you get your phone, you start acting new? You ever notice when you get your phone, you're a little different with your phone? Oh, wait a minute. I can't sit my phone right there because that water might damage my phone. No. Let me get that out for you. You don't really want people touching your phone when you upgrade, because you realize that if I break my phone, my insurance is higher. It's going to cost me more. Can I tell you something? When you upgrade things in your life, you'll stop letting people take you for granted. When you upgrade things in your life, you want people to take advantage of you. When you upgrade things in your life, you won't allow people to use you and mistreat you, because you'll realize I'm paying more for what I have. Woo! Did you hear what I said? When you upgrade, thank you, Naya, and I hope y'all are sharing because I'm helping y'all tonight. When you upgrade your life, you start being considerate. You start changing your atmosphere. You start changing the people that have access to you, because you start saying, listen, I had to pay more for this. Listen, the insurance is costing me more. Listen, it's a little bit more valuable. I can't let everybody be on my phone. No, baby cousin, you can't play no games on my phone, because this phone right here was an upgrade. I had to pay more. I'm paying more. It's more valuable. You start realizing your skill sets are more valuable. You start realizing your education is more valuable. You start realizing your anointing is more valuable. You start realizing your connections are more valuable. You start realizing your resources are more valuable. And so you start saying, this thing came with a cost for me. I didn't get this free. Because I upgraded, I had to pay more. Because I upgraded, it cost me more. And so when I realized that my upgrade meant that my value went up, I start being funny about my associations, which leads me to the next thing that happens. Finally, when you get an upgrade, I told you guys, I hope I'm helping y'all tonight, that it's time for an upgrade, but that there is a process. Number one, as a recap, they have to ask you if you're eligible for an upgrade. Shamika Dean is in the house. Hey, baby, are you eligible for an upgrade? Is it your time? Stop being jealous of somebody else because it's their time for an upgrade. Maybe you got to wait 2 or 3 more months. Number two, they ask you, do you require a deposit because your credit might not be good? Maybe you made some questionable decisions decisions about your priorities, and you mad at such and such because they got their upgrade. Well, maybe they took care of their business. Maybe what they did was pay their bills on time and they didn't require a deposit. Stop getting mad when you see somebody else with an upgrade. Maybe you just need to handle your business, boo. You need to ask yourself the third thing that they say is you're going to either pay your phone off and own it, or you need to give it back and relinquish ownership. Some of the reason why we haven't got our upgrade is because we still holding on to old relationships. It's because we still holding on to old mindsets. It's because we still holding on to things that we need to turn in. Now return to sender. You know what happens when you get a new phone? They give you a self-addressed envelope and they say, listen, send that back to us. Baby, if I had a phone that was malfunctioning, if I had a phone that was dysfunctional, if I had a phone that was dropping my calls, if I had a phone that wasn't connecting properly, I would let it go. That's right, Lawrence Knight. Let it go. Return that thing back to sender. Thank you. Let me let you go because this ain't working for me. Let me let this go because this ain't what I need to go to the next level. I told you number 4, the fourth thing they tell you to do when you get an upgrade is they tell you you're going to have to enter into a new contract because what you have now is more valuable than what you had before, and it's going to cost you a little more something. Listen, you better realize that what you have costs you a little bit more when you upgrade. So everybody can't be up in there. And so, last but not least, what's the final process that happens when you want to upgrade? Well, you need new equipment. Man, I'm going to drop this mic and I'm going to let y'all go. When you get an upgrade, it requires new equipment. When you go get that new iPhone, what they'll tell you is, listen, that screen protector that I know you love, I know that it protected your screen, and I know it had a privacy setting on it, but listen, it's too small for the new phone, and so you're going to have to get some new equipment. Or maybe they'll say, see, this charger is not universal. This charger only works with this phone, and so when it's time to upgrade, you're going to need some new equipment. Maybe the case that you had your phone in is not the right size for your new phone when you upgrade, and so you need new equipment. Why? Because the old accessories no longer fit. Man, I'm dropping the mic tonight. Can I tell you that sometimes the old accessories no longer fit? When you get an upgrade, you realizing that the people that connected to you no longer fit. Why didn't this feel the same? I don't know, we were doing good, but something started changing. I don't know why this doesn't feel right anymore. I don't know, something is iffy about this relationship. Could it be that you've upgraded and your old accessories no longer fit? Old associations, old mindsets, old responsibilities. I don't need to be in that group anymore. I don't need to be on that committee anymore. I don't need to be fooling with you. I can't go out with you anymore. You and I can't hang together because these old accessories don't fit my upgraded lifestyle. What? Why? They don't work with the new model. Man, did you hear what I just said? Sometimes you're a new model and old accessories don't work. You want me to take it to the Bible? Let me throw a quick scripture in there. The Bible says that if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. Old things have passed away, and behold, all things become new. Baby, when you upgrade, you become a new creature, and your old accessories just might not fit. Oh no, that's the wrong charger. That don't work for me. What used to charge me don't charge me anymore. Man, I'm about to run. What used to get me to that place, they don't do it. You don't do it for me anymore. No, you used to be able to just pacify me, but you don't do it for me anymore. That ain't gonna do it for me anymore. No, you can't pay me off anymore. No, sex ain't gonna cut it. No, taking me to lunch ain't gonna cut it. No, that ain't gonna cut it this time. A compliment or a text back here and there ain't gonna cut it. No, I've upgraded, and so these old accessories no longer fit. They don't work with this new model. When I upgraded, I had to realize I had to stop being offended by people that no longer wanted to be attached to me. I had to stop being offended by people that no longer wanted to fool with me. I had to not be offended by people who didn't want to support me or share my stuff or show up at my events. I had to no longer be offended with people who cut connections with me because it was simply that the old accessories no longer fit. Woo! Can I give it to you scripturally? The Bible says that you can't put new wine in old wineskins, or else, listen what happens. The old wineskins are going to burst and everything in them is going to fall out. What happens is we try to fit ourselves into old mindsets that people are comfortable for. We try to make ourselves be the person that somebody else is comfortable with. Well, let me not do that because they ain't comfortable with me dressing like that. They're not comfortable with me wearing my hair like that. They're not comfortable comfortable with me shifting out to that next level. They're not comfortable with me doing this. But no, I can't fit myself into what you have for me, because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. And because you are not my manufacturer, because you are not the one that made me, because you're not the one that fashioned me, then you don't know what I require. You don't know about the updates and the upgrades that have taken place in my life. You're looking at it from the outside, but you don't realize that I've shifted on the inside. You're looking at it from the outside, but you don't realize that there has been a change in me. You don't realize that there is new wine. I know this is the same person. I know you think I'm the same. I know you think that, well, that's just Lee. That's just the same old such and such. But no, baby, this is a new person. I have shifted. I have become new. I have become somebody different, and old wineskins won't work. Huh? No, it won't work. And so what you trying to give me, this is new wine. Who I am, what I have, what I'm about to do. No, baby, this is new. And so old things have passed away. So old things have passed away. And so if I can encourage you tonight to upgrade your life, if I can encourage you tonight to take your life to the next level, if I can encourage you tonight to shift over to the next place, then let me tell you something. Put yourself in a position for upgrade. Put yourself in a position to go to the next level. Push yourself to the position to go higher. Make sure that you're eligible. Make sure that you're in a place where God can trust you. Make sure that you're in a place where you've taken care of your resources. Stop being jealous of people that are doing something else, and ask yourself, am I eligible? Have I met the requirements of eligibility? Have I did the things that God have required me to do? Have I put myself in the right place at the right time? Do I require a deposit? I want God to bless me financially, but have I sowed a seed into anybody? Have I tithed like I was supposed to do? Have I helped out anybody else that needed help? Have I made a deposit into somebody else's life? Is that what's keeping me from my upgrade? Then ask yourself, I told you when you make a upgrade, they ask you, listen, you need to either pay this phone off and own it, or you need to give it back and relinquish your ownership. Ask yourself, is it something that I need to give back? Is it something that I need to return to sender? Is it somebody I need to leave alone? Is there a habit that I need to lay aside? Is there a weight I need to let go of? Is there something that is taking up my time, my talents, my resources that's causing me not to upgrade? Because if so, I need to let that go. Did you hear what I said? I need to let it go. I need to give the benediction to some mindsets. I need to give the benediction to some people. I need to give the benediction to some places that I've been going. I need to let that go. The next thing I told you that you need to do is enter into a new contract. You need to end. That's right, Naya. You're not starting over from scratch. You're starting from experience. You need to realize that you already was at a level and you're getting ready to go to the next level. You got to realize that you just entered into a new contract, that you're more costly now. Now that I'm on an upgrade level, now that I'm in a place where I have upgraded, now that I'm in a place where I'm new, baby, everything coming out of me is new. No, my services ain't free. No, I can't show up at your function for free. No, I can't do this for you just as a favor when there was no reciprocity. No, this is a new upgrade, and so it's going to require a little bit more from you because it requires something else from me. Did you hear what I said? Sometimes we're not upgraded because we're still allowing people to treat us like we're outdated. Woo, did you hear what I just said? Sometimes we haven't upgraded because we're allowing people to still treat us like we're outdated. No, this is a new me. No, my experience is speaking. No, my expertise is speaking. No, you don't know what it costs for me to get to this level. You don't know what it took for me to be the person that I am. No, you don't know the nights that I put in. No, you don't know the tears that I cried. No, you don't know the stress that I went through. No, you don't know the personal issues that I had to overcome to get to this level. And so I just can't give it away for free. I just can't be at everything. I just can't associate with everybody. I just can't be anywhere. There is a cost to this, and because it costs me something, it's gonna cost you something. I can't waste my oil. Man, who am I helping tonight? I can't waste my oil. Before I decide, now that I'm upgraded, before I pour out my oil, before I pour out my talents, before I pour out my resources, before I pour out my time, let me make sure that the ground is worth pouring into. And like I said, last but not least, when you upgrade, you realize that you need new equipment. You realize that some of the old things that you used to work with, they don't work. You upgraded your phone. Well, baby, you need a new screen protector. You need something else. The old screen protector was too small. There's more to you now. And so there's more that needs to be covered. There's more that needs to be taken care of. You realize that that charger has to change. You realize that because you upgraded, you require more juice. You hear me? You require more juice. It takes more to run on. That little pity pat that you've been giving me, that little change you've been throwing in my pocket, those little text backs you've been giving me, now I'm upgraded. So it requires a little bit more juice to charge me up. When you upgrade, you realize that the holding case might have to change. You realize, wait a minute, my phone is bigger. And so that little stuff that you're walking around with, no, it's more me. I got a little bit more weight on me. I got a little bit more experience on me. I got a little bit more expertise on me. And so now it's going to take two of your hands to hold me. No, you just can't barely hold on to me. No, you're going to have to grip me and you're going to have to show me that I'm worth having in your life. Sometimes when we upgrade, we have to understand first that our value has went to the next level. And so when you shift into your upgrade, you change the way you see yourself and you change the way people see you. Listen, I hope I have shifted y'all tonight. I hope that I have encouraged you guys to go over to the next level. I am in agreement with everybody. Those of you guys that are following me, I hope that you can see that the oil of favor is upon my life. I hope that you can see that I am a living witness of upgrade, that I am literally operating in a place of upgrade. And I want you to know that to operate in the system of upgrade, there are some things that you require to do. Sometimes your requirement is to sow. Sometimes your requirement is to let go. Sometimes your requirement is to change your mindset. Whatever your requirement is, do that. Shift yourself into the next level. If you want me to come into agreement with you for your upgrade, make sure that you send me a note. Make sure that you inbox me. If you would like to sow into me and I will agree with you for your upgrade, the information is there as well. Whatever it is that you want to do to get to the next level, listen, go to the next level because there are requirements to this. Don't masquerade in mediocrity. Don't settle for stagnation. Don't allow yourself to operate on a system that people are comfortable with, that makes everybody else feel okay. Level up and go to the next level because it is your portion. Y'all, I'm Elisa LaShell, the empowerment specialist. If you didn't catch it from the beginning, you're going to want to make sure that you go to the beginning and catch this Mic Drop Monday that will take your life to the next level. Naya says, stop using that regular unleaded when you need premium. Let me tell you something. I'm glad you said that. Let me end it with this. When I made the move to Carolina, a lot of things in my life started upgrading very, very quickly. A lot of times we don't realize that when we upgrade that it takes more from us. When I upgraded to a bigger house and when I upgraded, I had to realize that there was more to clean up, that there was more that I had to put furniture in. When I upgraded to a new car, you don't just go from a Honda to an Audi and just think that everything is going to remain the same. No, it costs more to take care of it. There are things that happens when you level up. You treat it differently and there is more that you have to invest into it. And so if I can leave you with this thought, I don't want you to get to a place that you think that upgrades just come without requirements. There is something that you must do. There is an investment that you must make. There are a different level of responsibilities that it takes for you to go to the next level. And so whatever you need to do, if you need to get among greatness, if you need to find yourself a coach or a mentor, if you need to sow some seeds, if you need to cut some people off, if you need to get into a different circle, do what you need to do to upgrade. If this message, if this segment has been a blessing to you, you can support me in a couple of ways. Listen, you can hit that share button and let somebody else know that I'm Elisa LaShell, the empowerment specialist, and that everything that I do in my social media is to empower you and to take you to the next level. You can make sure that you keep connected with me so that you can register for any events that I might be having or to show up at any events that I might might be doing in your town. You can invite me to speak at your next program or your next seminar, or you can book a one-on-one session with me. You can go to elisalashell.com and book your own one-on-one session with me. I'll be doing a big sale next month for some discounted sessions with me one-on-one to help you shift to your next level. I have some new things coming out soon. Stay connected, or you can sow into what I am doing. The information is tagged. Whatever you do, I want you guys to know that I appreciate you. I'm so grateful for this connection. Stay connected with me because we're going to level up together. I'll see y'all next time.